Okay, the tail spring. I got home from dinner last night and I just started working on this. I forgot to do some recording. It's a relatively simple process, but it does take some finesse. So they have you fabricate a drift pin to basically get this in place. It slides into the mount here, and where this bolt is down there, on mine the holes only came together about 1/8 of an inch of overlap in the holes, so a typical style drift pin wasn't going to work. So I took a 1/4 inch grade 8 bolt, ground down the end to more of a point closer to 1/8, and then used that to sort of pound in from below, where you can see the nut under there. And once that went in from below, the thing sort of cinched up real nice. And that's it. And then you just throw a NAS 1304-19 bolt through there, some MS 21042 nut, and a couple of washers, and that's the tail spring. Okay, so we're doing the JD Air tail wheel setup here. You can see a little bit of rust on there, so I'm gonna hit it with full sand. And we'll stuff this bearing on here. This is pretty cool. You know, Brian has a good video on setting this all up, but the Vans one just uses a bushing. This one's got a standard ball bearing down here, and then he's got a roller bearing inside here for the tail wheel to sort of pivot on inside there, which is really nice. Hey, we may not even have to fabricate a drift pin for this one. Now his kit comes with AN hardware. Vans comes with NAS hardware. I'm not sure why. Maybe I should call them up, but let's align it with this one. Alright, so I made a little drift pin here. We're going to sort of clamp it into place. Make sure this is all lined up before I drill it. There we go. A little turn. That's better. Okay, we've done some deburring. Got the lawnmower going next door. I had to take it apart to deburr it. That's all right. We re-grease the whole thing. Couple of threads we'll use to pull this tight. Wow, that's amazing. Close tolerance bolt does not move at all.
maybe a tiny bit. The tolerance of the hole is tighter than the drag torque of a nylock. That's pretty great. Okay, so we've got the fork. I don't know what you want to call that. Bell crank mounted. This is the fork. We got to figure out what kind of hardware we're going to need to stack up here. Looks like quite a few washers are going to be required on the inside. There's not very many alone here, guys. Alright, went through my pile of AN5 plus size hardware over here. So let's do 2 of these on either side. Oh wait, no, I'm still gonna need to do one on the outside, one thin one on the outside, so we're not riding the bolt right up against the powder coat. Son of a biscuit. You know, I just ordered something from Aircraft Spruce that I'm going to try here. More tools. Washer holders. Though I don't know if I need them in this case. I should be able to just put these on. And then should be able to. Now work on it this way. There's a little pin. This works. I probably should grease that. Nearly there. Nearly there. It's out of the way now. There you go. Oh, oh boy. Domed washer on top of there. Only goes on one way. Not this way. See that? Not that way. No. Yes. can tell. Alright, I just had to clean up a couple of threads is all. And they got mushed during some part of the manufacturing process, but a little cleanup on those and we're good to go. This looks like it needs to be painted. Maybe it's anodized, but I don't know. What? Son of a... play. Oh, that's what the spring takes out. Okay, cool. All right, well, that's it.